everybody, Amazing Atheist here. You know, oftentimes in my inbox, I receive a lot of requests for advice from, kids, 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on. And the stories are different, but largely the same. I'm an atheist, or I'm gay, or whatever, and my dad fucking doesn't like it, or my mom still makes me go to church, or, some shit like that. And a lot of these kids, they want to know, what can they do? How can they solve this problem? And it's gotten to the point where I receive these messages so regularly that I feel the need to counsel these kids, which is exactly what I'm here to do. You see, there's a time-honored and tried-and-true method of dealing with parents in situations like this. And for some reason, it seems like it's been lost, so I'm just going to reaffirm it for you guys. What you need to do is tell your parents to go fuck themselves. And I know what you kids are thinking, but my parents, they feed, they clothe, they shelter me, they take care of me. And those are all very rational points. But here's the thing. If there's ever a time in your life when you need to be an irrational dickhole, it's when you're a fucking teenager. Because if you're acting responsible now, just imagine how fucking lame you're gonna be when you're in your 20s or 30s. You're gonna grow up to be like a fucking banker or an accountant or some shit. Is that the life you want for yourself? A life where you always do what you're told and you always bend over backwards for the fucking man? I don't think so. The whole reason you became an atheist is because you wanted to disabuse yourself of this notion of this authority figure that's absolutely imaginary, that's hanging over your head like the sword of fucking Damocles. And it's important when you're a teenager because these are the years when you're coming into your own as a man and all, or a girl, woman, whatever the fuck. You're making that leap from kid to adult, and this is the time to assert your identity. This is the time when you need to define who the fuck you are. Are you going to be the person who bends over like a bitch and takes it when people give you shit? Or are you going to be the person who gives them shit back? Because that's really the only two options. You don't have any right to complain if you don't have the fucking ability to stand up for yourself. That's just a fact, because there's only two paths you can go by. And in the long run, there's not still time to change the road you're on. Alright, sure, you can change the path, but it's a lot harder if you don't establish yourself now. And the more you follow this life of lies, the more you take shit off of other people, the further and further down the line of bullshit you're gonna travel. And before you know it, you're fucking working a desk job that you hate, and you're fucking confined to that office humor, and you have to be politically correct, and you can't say anything that's gonna offend anybody. All because you didn't stand up to your fucking parents. And that was just the first fucking dragon of many that you rolled over and played dead for. So if your mom comes to you and says you're going to church, you tell her, I'm not going to church, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in that shit. And she says you're going to church anyway because you live in my house. You tell her, no! What the fuck can she do? Is she gonna fucking lock you in the basement and beat you with sticks? I mean, if she is, then I guess I could see why you're scared of her. But most people are just gonna fucking you might get kicked out for a couple weeks. You're not welcome in my house till you acknowledge my Lord. And then you come back in 2 weeks, do you accept Jesus yet? It's no. Oh, well, I guess you're just never gonna. I've come to grips with it. Come on back. And hey, if your parents never do forgive you, if you being kicked out really does just last forever and they never want to speak to you again, then you had shitty fucking parents to begin with. Who wants a relationship with those assholes? Leave them and forge your own fucking path. And am I saying it's easy? Am I saying this is the easy path? Am I saying it's not rife with challenges? No, it's a lot fucking harder. But the difference is, you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, this is who the fuck I am. You live that other life, that easy life where you roll over for everybody. It is easier for a while. But then you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, who the fuck is this person? That's not me. I don't have anything in common with that. And that is a horrible fucking fate. So yeah, tell your parents to go fuck themselves, and anyone else who gives you shit. No matter what the consequences. It's better to fucking stand up for yourself. It's better to fight. It's better to face the fucking challenges head on than to fucking tuck tail and run like a bitch. Now get the fuck off my porch!